Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And as the title would suggest, this is going to be a complete day tree, as it's still rather early on in the day, but day three of the art journey, still on the grind, as you could say. And I've kind of learned a bit from my last mistake of not writing down the size of which I was using the brush at. If you have a memory like mine, these are important details. This is kind of size that I like, as to me it's not too blocky. Not not blocky, but it's like, when you get to this big, it's just cumbersome. Was the word I'll use. And something that I've noticed with the drawing tablet is if I were to plug it in before I have my computer on, the pressure sensitivity for some reason isn't there, and then every preceding time I try to use it, it won't work till I go ahead, turn off the computer entirely, replug this back in after I've turned off the computer. And this is 734. Anyways, yeah, it was to like completely unplug the computer, turn it back on, get Krita open, which is currently what I'm using. It is a free little thing to use. It's very handy. Okay. No, what? Just because it's not the exact size I had earlier, doesn't matter. I haven't started yet. And something that I have noticed is that helps me, at least when I'm doing this stuff, is you have it on a bit of a different opacity, or you're just use straight up different colors. So it's like, you know, you could go red or just black, and how it looks more grey when you start getting lower down. Now I think I might just go with a red, like 50-ish, 40s, just so then it is still something that stands out to my eye. You can do whatever you want, as with something like art. I don't think there's a wrong way to do it, as I feel like as long as you can get is you try and draw a person and you somehow end up with this. Let's see. If you somehow end up with this weird spud bird looking thing. Anyways, though, I'm going to continue on to the video, keep doing drawing, see uh, how good I can be, or how much I've kind of improved a bit since I was looking at some videos. This is just going to be my first attempt at trying to put what I saw into practice. And one thing I have to say is, if my drawing looks a bit lopsided, it's probably because I'm looking at the tablet at a bit of an angle. This is definitely something I don't think anyone should copy. It's just the way I find this thing to be most convenient for some reason. But yeah. Anyways, though, if you do find any issue with your drawing pen and all, I recommend you turn off the whole thing, computer included, and just restart it. As to me, that always seems to have fixed whatever issue I've been facing. As let's just say I'm using a brush like this, I can go hard to light, where the thickness of it all even changes. Yet, let's just say I was running into the issue, it just all be like that. I think you're able to see it with some of. Oh god, no, didn't like that one. I'm pretty sure you're able to see that with my earlier videos, where I ran into that very same issue. All right, that was a bit of a bad eye. Another good thing to keep in mind when you are doing this is to not be like me and let your wires already get tangled. Keep them all nice and neat. But you might be in a similar boat to me where you don't have that much space to work on. And you don't really need space, it's just a welcome thing. As currently, all of these videos have been recorded in my room on my bed. Now, these videos, what was I going to say? these videos recently, I've been finding them to be a bit of fun to do. I think I'm going to stay in this for a long haul, you know, even if I don't get a lot of not subscribers, viewers, since you can subscribe and not watch. It's you lot that actually do come to watch that I do enjoy and that I do like. As I know this is a rather new channel that's been posting, but that doesn't change too much on this. Now I'm just keeping the face simple, not out of an art style choice. This is just more so because I'm still a bit confused of how you properly draw faces, as I just want to get a head shape down proper first and foremost. As I think one thing I see it with a lot of other people that do art videos, as I've been doing a bit of research, is excuse me, sorry, is that a lot of people are a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff. That looks like a shirt. They're a bit too much of a perfectionist when it comes to this type of stuff. When in reality, what you want is to be able, let's just say, just on a bit of a different note, a different thing. You're trying to draw a little triangle, and then you go, boom. What I've seen is like a lot of people will just go ahead, Control Z, get rid of that, make a line, not be happy with that, do it again and again and again. When in reality, all that you should do is treat it like it's a sheet. You draw the one line, you don't like it, you try and figure out how you don't like it. There's one thing I found that helps me draw straight lines. Now, now I know I don't really use it too often, so let's just say this is my point here. I'm going to start here. I look at that point. I go cross. That's relatively straight. Now, what is it? This does work. This trick does work on a sheet, which is where I actually do like to do a lot of my drawing on. This is just the reason why I'm doing it on the tablet and all and posting this stuff is I want to record it so then, you know, I can actually look back at myself a bit later and be like, oh my, I've come from this to something that I hope will be better. And this right here will just kind of be a sketch layer. So there's no need to worry too deeply about the neatness of this. Nah, that came out piss poor. Yeah, there's no need to actually worry about how neat it is. Well, I suppose on some aspect it is a concern that you should be worrying about. There we go. Because you don't want something messy when you're now going to be going over this again later on. And in a way, a bit of a lazy shortcut I have found with doing hair is kind of just giving the guy I'm drawing long hair from the shoulder, as I don't really need to draw at the end. Now I'm not going to be doing that. As the thing is, the way you learn from art is to make a mistake. Now, the more mistakes I make, the better off I'll actually be because, hopefully I'll be learning from each of these mistakes because I'll be looking at it later on today and be like, oh, Tim, you really could have done that better by doing it more so to the left, making it a bit more straight, this, that, or the other. But I believe what most people truly need is a bit more of a retrospective look instead of a look right as soon as you're doing it. Yeah, let's see. The one thing I'm always so, not flustered, but not too sure on is just like hair in a way. As it's like a sort of hairstyle in a way that I am finding myself starting to not fall in love with. I don't actually truly like this too deeply. It's just a rather simple thing to do. Is one that kind of has, let's see, where did I have it drawn my notebook? Just because, in a way, this is just to help me keep it a bit more uniform. Yeah, so it's like, whatever you'd call this. Well, Control Z, would you? Now, let's see. Remove there. Now, the only annoying thing about pressure sensitivity is sometimes with the eraser, since it just gets smaller on you. So I'd like it more if it stayed uniform, but it is what it is. You take what you can get. Yeah. Because one thing I have seen that I think makes hair look a bit better is if you're to make it look messy in a way. No. This is going to be a head on, so I'm going to actually have to do the full head. Not, yeah, the full head of hair. Now, the reason why the hair is going to look something like this will kind of be a bit because the hair will be tied up for the most part. Okay, now this would look better if I were to do a bit more to the sides. But right now, what I can do is get this and start erasing some of this. Oh, bollocks. Go soft. Go soft. Nice and easy, nice and easy. In a way, this is a nice thing you can do with this, as I don't need to worry about messing with the size too deeply. So I'll just get this, go here, take this. Now, in a way, I think I know the flaw of this already, of I shouldn't have added it here, I should actually have had it. Oh, I'm not touching it. Why is it doing that? Oh no, that seems to have fixed it. I shouldn't have had this here. I should have actually had it more straight facing. But I think I'll keep it in, see if I can somehow salvage it, and see how well I can do with continuing this on. Uh, oh no, the eraser is on for some reason. Boom, boom. In a way, because the hair, I'm imagining this to be pulled up, I should kind of do them at a sort of angle thing. Because they shouldn't be straight like that because, well, the hair's getting pulled to the back. It's not facing forwards. Now, I think I'm adding in too many of those lines actually. It's like, yeah, a line like that I think would be good. Let me just make this longer, I think. This is all just in a way experimentation to see if I can make this look presentable. This YouTube thing will be out, I think I said where it'll be a long haul because, well, it's not out of a necessity of some sort of job. Now, this will be it. I'll be doing a few strands out. Now, I'll probably see how small I can get away with, actually. This is something I can already test out already. Just take a quick break. Okay, yeah, no, I think the point 51 is going to be the one I'm going to be staying at for the little offshoot strands I'll do. I'm trying to get back to 7. No. Is there a way I can click onto this? No, no, don't mess with stuff you're not too sure about on camera. Leave that for live streams. Do 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 do. Come on. No, we're gonna stick with this for now, just so then I can do this a bit better. Now, I'm already noticing another flaw I've done in this, a little oopsie daisy, is, what is it? Well, I suppose two actually. I like making the bottom a bit more, uh, not squared, but sharp. I don't really like how round that is, but that's grand. It's still workable. is that I should have did these little layers on another line, not line, layer. So then when I'm actually going to go back over this, I'll be having a bit of an easier time. No, actually, I can just make this small, zoom this thing in, and oh god, just remove this for now, as neatness doesn't truly matter at this stage. This will just be an artery from here, not from the forehead, not from the fringe. And let's see. I'll just go here and here for ears. Get rid of that dopey little smile I gave him. I think I'll go for something a bit better. I'm just gonna give me a minute. I'm going to quickly see if I've done it better on my notebook somewhere. Nope. Alrighty, I'm just gonna go low effort in a way. And these will kind of be the bottom and top of the cheek, not cheek, the lips got. And let's just zoom this thing out a bit. Alright, yeah, no, this is good, this is good, this is workable. Still workable. Now, let's get this to black, opacity max. That is, oh wait, shit, I never did the thing. No, uh, no, I'll do that now, actually. Okay, no, these aren't open ones. Oh, are you back to the same one? Yep. Um, no, that looks a bit too messy for my liking. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, yeah. That looks grand. It's time for a new layer now. Add paint layer. Boom, boom, boom. Already on a new one. Gonna make. This is still. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's good. Go max size. Gonna zoom this in because this is tiny. I don't know how YouTube will make this stuff look. Now I don't know how visible this will all be. And things when you're doing small details like this, you can really get away with just being messy about it in a way. When I say messy, I don't mean make them super, not make, but don't let them be like super bad. I mean, you can just get away with them not being perfectly straight as well. Let's just say I were to post this somewhere. The resolution probably won't be that good when I post it. Let's just say it's Discord because their whole entire Nitro thing. And I won't buy that because I'm too much of a cheapskate. Their Nitro, yeah, with their Nitro thing, I'll essentially be forced to post a worse version of this image. Actually, that should not be so straight. Oh, because it's so high up on the head, I kind of have it drooped down a bit. Yeah, that is good. That's gold. We're gonna go 7, because this is really the optimum line for me. Yeah, line size for me. So 7. And then we'll do another layer when I'm done this. And said layer will be me trying to get the colors in. Now, I don't really know what to go on for actual human skin, so we're just going to make them a random color. Bob Ross style. It's like no mistakes, only happy accidents. And please feel free to put down any suggestions of what you think you'd like to see in the YouTube comments and all. Hit the like and subscribe button. And yeah, I'm just saying this so then it's like if you actually do think what I put is good enough to warrant it, because it's like, was it? Don't subscribe if you aren't gonna keep watching me in a way. As I remember hearing that can actually harm how many people gets to see the YouTube videos. Now, it doesn't really matter with a big channel, as when you start getting to like thousands of people, a few here and there aren't gonna harm nobody. But when you get to someone that like me, who what? I think my most viewed video now is something like 17 views. I only have something like 33 views on my whole channel. Every little helps. Ooh. But yeah, hope you're enjoying this. Hope that you're having a good time on this. As I know, I am a rather new YouTuber. These videos are, in a way, I'm not going to say they're hard to make, they're just hard to do for me. As it's such a weirdly tantalizing thing to have to force yourself to talk in a way that you don't really talk with a level of confidence. And for the duration of this, as I don't want to leave you here with a bunch of dead air where I'm not saying anything. I will try to put some music in. So if you don't like the sound of my voice, you can at the very least watch me attempt this, and then watch me attempt this and listen to something nice as you try to tune it out. Now you can always just throw me on at the background as well if you want, as I'm sure my mad rambling might be helpful to someone to pass the time. But yeah, let's see at the eye in here. This is the Pope. Now, I'm probably going to make him Bloodshot. But that'll be like after I'm done this. So I don't know about you guys, but do you ever see those videos where it's like someone just hops onto like a train illegally and they're just, it's like, when it's in the middle of moving on YouTube. It's like, what the hell? What could possess you to think something like that's a good idea? Like, God. Now, granted, I'll still be watching that type of stuff if it were to pop up, just because of how mad it is, but either way, it's still like, what possesses you to do that? Ooh. Now, you don't, the end of this stuff, these lines here, I don't think I'll be doing it super neatly. Just not because, actually, no, I'm rushing this now. No, no, no. Yeah, no. It's like, was it the reason why I'm saying that is in a way, it's more so because this is like the end of it. Like, this is where the little bust of it ends. And I know you should do the whole thing neat, try and make it presentable. But with something like this, I say you can kind of just get away with going ahead, and what is it? Sorry, just I'm going to stay quiet to do this one. Yeah. Whew. Now let's see what is left. Just the hair? Yeah, just the hair. Now the thing is, this is going to be a mostly unedited video. It seems I might need to hurry this up a tiny bit, as what I am using only lets you record for up to half an hour. Now I do have to say it isn't a complaint since it is free. It's just a bit of a time constraint. As thing is, I would like to make these like lives, like make it a live stream, As the thing is, I doubt my live streams will be very long. Like at most, it'll probably be an hour or so. And the reason behind that is just time. And I will say this though, I do plan to make this consistent. It is just that what is it? Oh, sorry, the microphone I'm using got plugged out. Yeah, it's just that when we start getting into May and June, that's when my uploads will start getting inconsistent in a way, where it won't be multiple a day or you know a few a day. Might be one a week or something along those lines, and that's just because I have the leaving cert coming up, and I have decided now is a great time to start doing YouTube. Why? I don't know. I suppose it's just my procrastination kicking me in the arse. But yeah. So I could go on all day about all the issues the leaving cert has. As what they expect from you, I think, is a bit too high. And I know to a lot of people that'll just sound like a moany teen saying what they want, but in a way, it's like you want me to do 7 subjects, all of which will be tested, and several of which you have to do not subjects, projects for. Like, it is a bit crappy and dumb when you think about it. And also, in order to apply for college in Ireland, you need to sign up the CAO, who at any point in time, in with my experience, could just delete your choices, send you an email that your choices aren't there, and then on top of all that, blame you for not reading your emails about this stuff because, well, why would you when you've already filled out your choices months prior? Ugh. Now, let's see, nearly finished. We're going to get some colors in, get rid of this, bring opacity up, boom, boom, go to black, go to you, boom, boom. Okay, that it's like color is something important to this from what I've seen, and yeah, no, it's like if I were to just do that, I think my little neck drawing skills have improved. So as it, let's see. Oh yes, this is wrap up time now. So don't forget to like and subscribe for the billionth time now. Hope you have a good day and catch you on the flip side.